A quickfire look at this week's big news in film from around the globe, including box office result, some highlights from this week's BAFTA awards, a new major production causing buzz around India, there's a new K-pop concert film set to follow K-pop demon hunters in booming South Korea's music around the globe, what's hot on streaming right now, and a deeper dive at the proposed sale of Warner Brothers to Netflix that's recently gone under investigation by the US Department of Justice. Be sure to like, subscribe, and feel free to throw any big rumours you've heard in the comments. So, let's get into it. Wuthering Heights has once again topped the box office over this week, which is Warner Brothers Studios' 9th consecutive #1 release. But hot on its heels is the family animated film Goat, which narrowly topped the US weekend box office with an estimated just over $5 million, and that's over $1 million ahead of Wuthering Heights that only made $3.8 million domestically. Strong ongoing performances from Zootopia 2 and Avatar Fire and Ash have helped Disney cross over the $1 billion worldwide ticket sales in 2026, slowly scraping back some of the losses from the terrible production choices that they've made over the recent past. A new 2026 industry revenue report shows that theatrical video-on-demand revenue at over $100 billion globally, and that includes India, Brazil, Nigeria, and Vietnam that have all contributed over $1.2 billion each, marking broad international growth beyond just Hollywood. According to the recent data, the top Indian title this year has been Border 2, which has just hit over the $40 million US mark. Indian superstars Rajinikanth and Kamal Hassan will share the screen in a new project directed by Nelson Dilip Kumar, generating massive buzz across Indian cinema. The South Korean action thriller Humint, starring In Sung-zo and Hae-jun Park, has topped the South Korean box office, with international releases starting to happen around the globe. Filipino romantic drama The Loved One has earned over $2 million domestically within the first week of release, becoming one of the biggest hits of 2026 in the Filipino film market. A new K-pop concert film, Stray Kids: The Dominate Experience, featuring headline performances and theatrical IMAX screenings, has been rolled out globally and appealing strongly to international fan bases. And in a new trailer, Disney Pixar officially confirmed the release date for Toy Story 5, depending on where you are around the world, as the 19th of June 2026, teasing its story about toys adapting to a tech-dominant world. And the trailer also has the world buzzing, pardon the pun, about Woody and his bald spot. One battle after another has won Best Film and several top prizes at the 79th British Academy Film Awards, with Paul Thomas Anderson taking Best Director and Jessie Buckley winning Best Leading Actress for Hamnet. Robert Aramayo upset a talented nomination list with his win in the Best Leading Actor category for his role in I Swear. Indian filmmaker Farhan Akhtar appeared on the BAFTA red carpet, and his film Bung won Best Children and Family Film. Predator Badlands, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Chainsaw Man the Movie, and Zootopia 2 were among the most searched and streamed films this week, showing continued audience interest in both franchise and anime-adapted content. And there's some massive breaking news coming out of Hollywood, with the US Department of Justice now investigating Netflix's proposed acquisition of Warner Brothers. This deal, worth around $82 billion, could reshape the film and streaming industry, but the Department of Justice is digging into whether it would create a monopoly. And today we'll break down what's going on and why this matters for the future of film. In late 2025, Netflix agreed to acquire Warner Brothers Film Studios and the HBO Max streaming service in a massive deal valued at roughly $82 billion US. The plan is to combine Netflix's huge subscriber base with Warner's legendary catalogue from classics to blockbusters. But only recently, the Department of Justice has opened a formal antitrust investigation. Regulators are asking whether this mega deal would lessen competition, hurt consumers, or give Netflix too much power over creators, movies, and TV shows. They're also probing if Netflix leverage over filmmakers and studios could be anti-competitive on its own, separate from the merger. Meanwhile, Paramount Skydance entered a competing bid to buy Warner Brothers for over $108 billion US. Paramount cleared an initial antitrust waiting period, but that's not approval. Department of Justice still has full authority to challenge either bid before the deal closes. If Netflix gets control of Warner Brothers, it could control a huge chunk of premium content, with regulators worrying that this might reduce competition, raise subscription prices, or even lessen theatrical releases. Throughout the process, theatre chains and creators have joined the conversation. The Department of Justice investigation will likely take months, and Warner Brothers shareholders vote on the deal in March. Global regulators, like in the EU and UK, they have their own reviews, so this isn't over by a long shot. So what do you think? Will the Department of Justice block the deal? Who should actually own Warner Brothers? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and as I said before, like and subscribe for more industry updates.